In this lecture we are going to see what is the test configuration parameter in Tosca, at what level we can set it, and how to create it in while creating the test cases, and what are some most commonly used test configuration parameter you have. Okay, so the test configuration parameter we use to parameterize your test cases. This is used to provide test data to for your test cases, and you can provide the test configuration parameter at the test case level, at the folder level, or at the execution level also. And test configuration parameter you can define at the folder level, at the parent folder level, and the same parameter values you can also provide at the child folder level. But the value that is going to be used throughout your execution, it would be overridden from the parent test configuration parameter. So whatever you set at the parent level, it is going to be used throughout your execution. On the left side, if you see that, this is how you create the test configuration parameter at the folder level or any level you want. Just right click on that folder and add the configuration parameter. And on the right side, if you see, this is how you can use the configuration parameter in your project. The curly braces, CP in caps, and under the big bracket provide the configuration parameter name. And you can set the configuration parameter at these below folder levels. And the priority of the listed object is from bottom to top, but the parameters are inherited from top to bottom. That is, the main authority of configuration parameter is always at the top level. So you can provide it at the project root level throughout your project. That means you can provide it to the component folder, test case folder, test case level, execution list folders, execution entry folder, execution entry, or the scratchbook, or the test case design folder also. And if I'll show you how you can create the configuration parameter. If I'll go to this release, in this release, let's see if you wanted to run your below test cases on the browser Chrome always. So you can go to this test configuration, just right click on that, and create a test configuration parameter. This is usually present at this level, but there are some more options available. So this is you can find out under the three dot arrow. So this is a three dot below arrow. Create the test configuration parameter from there. See, this is with this Tosca 14 version, you are able to see this. These options are already in the drop down. Earlier with the 13.1 version, you aren't able to see these properties over here. So this is the enhancement given by the Tosca Commander 14.1 release. So these all are the configuration parameter you are able to see here. Let's suppose I just wanted to use the browser, so I select the browser here, and I can provide the value Chrome here. You can also see when you select the key as a browser, then these values are already here. You can see you are able to run your test cases on the Chrome, Edge, Firefox, IE, Safari, Chrome Android, and Safari OS. So these are some options available under the browser test configuration parameter. So I'll select the Chrome over here. So this is how you create your test configuration parameter, and these are the configuration setting. You are not going to use it in your any of the test cases. So this is to set the configuration. But let's suppose if you wanted to set any configuration parameter and going to use it in your project. Let's suppose I'm going to create the configuration parameter for this URL. I don't want to come to this test case section and manually go to this, navigate to this open URL and always change the URL. I just wanted to make one central directory where I can change it. So you can do one thing. You can just select this test case, go to the configuration parameter section, and just click and the right click over there, create a configuration parameter. See here, here these options you can see a configuration parameter icon, you can see here. Click on it, select your custom parameter. These browser and all parameters are the predefined parameters, but you can also create your predefined TCP here, that is test configuration parameter. If I wanted to use the URL, I can create it, and I have to provide the value here. Let's I have provided the value like this. Okay, so this is the URL I have provided. I don't want to provide it here, so I can use that value of a TCP here. So open the curly braces, CP in caps, and then provide the, see, you can also see the configuration values are also seen here. So I'm going to use the URL. I can select it like that. If I'll just run it, this will going to take the value from configuration parameter, and it will open that URL. See, the URL is provided. This is how you can provide the URL, and this is why it has provided the URL 2 times. You have to just enter the 1 time. So if I'll again run it, that time in this time it is going to open the correct URL. See, now the URL is open. So that means your test case is passed. I'm just going to stop this. We'll show you some more properties that we use. Most commonly used test configuration parameters. The most commonly used test configuration parameters are the browser that I just recently used. You can also use the ignore white space, mouse delays, mouse over the applications, over the version, and send keys delays. And some more are the synchronization timeout during the wait on. Synchronization timeout we mostly use when you want to delay in between your first module execution and the second module execution. And the synchronization timeout during the wait on, that is related with the module attribute delay till the element is not visible or clickable or selected. You can provide the delay. And the test case retries, test step retries, step values, date and time format, these all are the most commonly used configuration parameter we have in Tosca. So this is the way you can create the configuration parameter at any level. If let's suppose I wanted to create at the other level, then how I can do it? If there is a module, I'm not sure whether we can create it at this level. Yeah, we can't create the at this level, but yeah, we can create this execution level. Let's suppose you have this execution list, and under that you have map your this test case, this release. I'm just going to map it. I have mapped it with this execution list. So now we have this release, and under this release, under this folder you have this release, and at this level also you can create your test configuration parameter. Just right click and add the test configuration parameter. So this execution section I will cover later. This is the section where you run your test case execution in a proper way. This is here we run for our purpose, for our debug and for our logs. We first create the test cases here and then map with the execution. So this is all we have from the test configuration parameter point of view. We'll see the more concept in test case in the next lecture.